The Hereford team this afternoon is, I'll run through it again, number 1 Matt Yates, 2 Jimmy Oates, 3 Danny Greenslade, 4 Kieran Thomas, 5 Jordan Cullen-Liberd, 6 Josh Gowling, 7 Tommy O'Sullivan, 8 Tom Owen Evans, 9 Elliot Richards, 10 James Roberts and 11 Mike Simmons. On the bench for the Bulls is James Wolodowski, Theo Wharton, Carl Finn, the returning Lance Smith and substitute goalkeeper Jackil Hill. Take you through the first half. It's Ben Chilman and Mark Ammons.
Thank you very much, Frank. And it is indeed Hereford with the sun shining on the meadow end who kick us underway, and it's Richards gives it to O'Sullivan, who plays it out to the left to Danny Greenslade, and it wasn't the best control by Greenslade, but manages to capitalise on it and give it out to Jimmy Oates instead on this other flank on this right hand side, just in field, and then goes out to the touchline and finds Elliot Richards, 1-2 with Richards, and Oates gets it back, and then a strong tackle, but he keeps hold of the ball, and Oates goes in for a 50-50, but Darlington are able to clear it, and then O'Sullivan gets it and flicks it up towards Owen Evans. Owen Evans controls it and then gives it to Simmons on the edge of the box. Simmons turns out to the left, finds Greenslade. Positive start from the Bulls here. Greenslade on that left, gives it back to Owen Evans, who's facing his own goal now, and does indeed pass it back to Gowling, who checks back to the keeper and then instead turns to back his other way and look to find Greenslade on down the wing, and it goes out of play just by the halfway line. Long throw from Trotman, Gowling's underneath it and only clears it to Darlington's midfielder, who Owen O'Sullivan gets the ball straight off him and comes into the centre circle at pace, gives it out to James Roberts on this right hand side. Roberts coming into the box now from the right hand side, shoots, and it's blocked well by Terence Galbraith as Hereford in that passage of play won a free kick out on this right hand side. Tom Owen Evans runs over it and Danny Greenslade takes it and it's in towards, great delivery, and Hereford are going to win a corner from that. It wasn't far away from that back post, so Owen Evans to take the corner from the left hand side, and he's up there and it gives it to Gowling. Gowling puts it back across the box and couldn't find anybody in the 6-yard box, so Darlington have got the chance to break clear now, and they've got pace in William Neeshaw, and Kieran Thomas does well to clear that with Neeshaw pressing in behind him. Thompson goes out with it and tries to cut back inside behind Greenslade as he was looking to come inside into the box almost, but O'Sullivan gets the ball away and plays a brilliant ball out to Elliot Richards. Elliot Richards on this right hand side, just in field now slightly. Elliot Richards looking to run at the left back, shoots and curls it, and Mike Simmons got in the way. I think it was definitely on target, that shot, but unfortunately Simmons was just in the way. Darlington take the free kick, and again looking to play that ball in behind, and it's fallen to the midfielder on the edge of the box, and he shoots, and what a goal! What a goal from about 20 yards out. He chested it down, no one was with him, and fired it right footed. A great goal as it looped straight over Matt Yates, nothing he could do about it. Danny Greenslade will take out on that left hand side. Greenslade left foot gets good height on it, and the wind's going to play a factor as Cullen-Liberd goes up for it, and so did the keeper, and it's knocked down into the 6-yard box, but again nobody was there, and then there looked to be a push on Elliot Richards on the edge of the box, but Jimmy Oates looks to play Cullen-Liberd in behind in the box. Cullen-Liberd gets it back to James Roberts, who couldn't quite get onto it, and Trotman managed to head it over Roberts, and then Richards is tussling James Roberts, but instead Owen Evans does well to bring it down. Owen Evans looks for Elliot Richards. Elliot Richards on the edge of the box. Elliot Richards shoots, and it's padded away and not out of danger. Simmons is going to keep it in play inside the box as he turns out to the left hand side, gives it to Greenslade. Greenslade crosses first time. Owen Evans looked to sort of try and head it, I think, back towards goal, but just lost his bearings slightly as he had to adjust. Plays it back for Gowling to try and head, and Gowling hasn't got enough on that, and it's led in Neeshaw. Neeshaw with men with him, and he finds that man, and it is Thompson, who was up with Neeshaw there as it was given away by Gowling. Gowling tried to play it back to Matt Yates, didn't have enough on it. Neeshaw came right in behind him, the very quick striker. We've seen signs of that today already. Neeshaw came into the box, took 3 touches as he composed himself and waited for Thompson to arrive. O'Sullivan comes with it, pop into the inside the area and then onto the edge of the area for James Roberts to shoot, and it's blocked well by Galbraith, and it's going to come out to Danny Greenslade on this left hand side. Greenslade with time crosses, and it's a better cross, and it's towards Elliot Richards, but it's going to sail on through for Jimmy Oates, who's inside the box. Oates in towards Richards. Richards shivels, shoots, and It's straight at Jake Turner, not for the first time. For Owen Evans, who we haven't seen too much of this game, gives it to O'Sullivan, and O'Sullivan plays it into Kieran Thomas. Kieran Thomas to hit it, and it's a great save. Great shot by Kieran Thomas. Destined from where we were looking at it, I think that was going in not far away from the top corner. Nicholson then brings it out to Trotman, out on this right hand side. Trotman, the right back's got time to bring it back in field for Nicholson. Nicholson does well to get past O'Sullivan's first challenge and his second, but doesn't get past Cullen Lane Liebert. But it's going to fall back for Darlington. Out on that left hand side, it's crossed in and it's going to come out for Neeshaw, and Neeshaw doesn't quite manage to get the shot away. Trotman on the edge of the area, and it's fizzed back in across. And it was just a tangle of legs really, and then Greenslade was in there, and Darlington still have it on the edge of the box. Played out to the substitute, Mitchell Glover back to Trotman on this right hand side, just on the edge of the box, and now Trotman's plays a lovely 1-2 that's got him inside the box, but it just ran, and I think the wind took it and just on past Trotman. Kieran Thomas gets a foot in and wins the ball fairly according to the referee, and gives it out to Simmons out on this right hand side. Simmons, there's nobody busting a gut to get up with Simmons is the problem, but Simmons rounds his player, goes down, and I think there's going to be a penalty, but why
he's giving it.
Is it
outside?
Oh, it's just outside.
Outside.
But
the initial contact, I think, might have been outside.
As Greenslade, the man who will surely take it, is stood over, but Elliot Richards is there too, but it's just slightly right of right to centre field. Greenslade takes it, shoots, and it's not far away. Took it across the goalkeeper instead of trying to curl it. Took it round the wall out to.
Yeah, the goalkeeper was worried, wasn't he? He went for that.
We've had 6-7 minutes of this second half as Darlington take the free kick, and it's lofted up. It was a flick on at the just inside the box, and it was lofted up, and then the rushing in Thompson couldn't quite get to the ball at the back post, and it's out from that right hand side as Hereford attack the Blackfriars. It's a deep delivery, and Darlington gets something on it, and then Kieran Thomas sort of sliced volley for the centre midfielder, and it went in off the right hand post in front of the Blackfriars end, and it fell to Kieran Thomas, who was pretty much on the penalty spot. Sort of swung a leg at it, didn't have the greatest of contacts, but in the ideal world that was the best sort of contact he could have had, because there was a lot of players in front of him, wrong-footed everybody, and certainly the goalkeeper, and the Bulls are back in this contest.
And Kyle Finn is coming on for James Roberts.
Head of Ashton, because Bradford PA.
And it's played in for, sorry Joni, and it's played in for Owen Evans, who shoots and hits the bar. Owen Evans on the edge of the area, got the ball and hit it on the half volley as Matt Yates plays it up, and Simmons is underneath it, and Simmons flicks it into a dangerous area. Cullen Liebert tries to get it back to Gowling, and then it's hit by Elliot Richards, but again that was always rising as he hit it on the edge of the box. Mike Simmons' physicality, and then the goalkeeper slips as he goes to clear it, and Kyle Finn can come away with it. Kyle Finn with him, and Smith does well to take the ball off Kyle Finn. So Hereford have it out on this left-hand side. Kyle Finn tries to play it inside, and then it's going to come in. It's going to be an own goal. Kyle Finn played it into the 6-yard box, and it's going to be an own goal off. I think that could have been Simon Ainge or Will Smith, but not 100% sure. And they tried to get ahead there as Simmons, who was coming in at the back post. They needed to, because Simmons was going to be there. Mitchell Glover to take this corner for Darlington, and it's gathered well by Matt Yates, who looks to play it out quickly to Kyle Finn, but instead Tom Elliott can get in there, the goal scorer, and we've had 20...
halfway through this second half now here on Radio Hereford FC in association with Montgomery Waters.
And the crowd are right behind the Bulls again as Simmons does well to nab the ball off Trotman, and Kyle Finn keeps it in play, gives it back to Simmons out on this left hand side, level with the Darlington penalty box, and the momentum suddenly with Hereford as Greenslade checks back and gives it to Jimmy Oates. Jimmy Oates in centre field, goes past two, gives it to Kieran Thomas, gives it back to Jimmy Oates, about 25 yards out, plays it out to the left to Greenslade. Greenslade into Tom Owen Evans, back to Kyle Finn. Great work by the Bulls on this left hand side. Definitely a shade of handball, and there's a penalty for the Bulls. It was a cross in by Kyle Finn. Definitely the arm was in a slightly outstretched position. So Owen Evans, the Bulls' top scorer with 7, could make it 8 and really, really help the Bulls in the league. As Owen Evans Evans puts it straight down the middle and scores in front of the Blackfriars, and the traditional knee slide that we're becoming accustomed to Edgar Street now from Owen Evans, as the Bulls players go up to congratulate him, and especially Kyle Finn and O'Sullivan's work down this left, along with Owen Evans as he G's up the crowd, and the Bulls have suddenly gone from 2-0 down to 3-2 up. Greenslade's underneath the goal kick, and Simmons does well to flick it onto Owen Evans, and Owen Evans can play it in behind for Kyle Finn. Now it's going to be Kyle Finn, going to be close, but the great tackle by Simon Ainge. It's going to be an outswinger from Tom Owen Evans, his right foot, and it's high up in the air towards Gowling, and instead Simon Ainge was underneath it, and it's cleared as far as Thompson, and then Thompson looks to set Harvey Saunders, the substitute, free. He's got Greenslade with him as he just comes onto the edge of the box, goes past Greenslade through the legs. Can he keep hold of it? It's going to fall to the edge of the box for Henshaw. Henshaw gets back out onto his left, and it's good defending and recovery in the end by Greenslade,
not allowing him to get the shot off.
Mitchell Glover takes it, and it's a low corner, and it goes through everybody actually, and it's cleared away by Cullinane Liebird. Bit of miscommunication, but one of them managed to get a foot in and get it clear, but only as far as Henshaw out on this left hand side, just cuts back in and gets into side towards the box, and Henshaw plays it across the edge of the 6-yard box, and Greenslade does well to put his head in amongst the boots and at the back post and get it clear. Mitchell Glover, who finds Trotman cuts inside off his right flank, looks to cut onto his right foot as he's now in centre field. Brings it back out to the substitute Harvey Glover, and it comes for Stephen Thompson, and it's a great save by Matt Yates. Stephen Thompson on the edge of the D. Terry Galbraith goes across to take this corner as they attack the meadow end to Darlington from this right hand side. It's in swinging from the left boot, and Matt Yates does well and gathers, and two hands on the ball, heads it up again, and finally it's brought down by O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan goes straight past Glover like he wasn't there, gives it out to the left to Kyle Finn. Kyle Finn checks back and sends Trotman carrying on down his way down the left flank, gives it to Danny Greenslade just halfway inside the Darlington half, and O'Sullivan plays a cheeky ball in behind for Greenslade to try and keep the ball in the corner and kill a bit of time. Greenslade's going to try and win the ball back in a great position on this left hand side, coming into the box, plays it into the side, and Lance Smith of all people on his return to the Hereford side. What a fitting way to mark it, as Lance Smith surely makes sure of the win now. 4-2 to the Bulls, and a great, one of the easiest finishes he'll have on his return, in fairness, but great work from Greenslade, never gave up.
That's
and played it
straight
across into the 6-yard area for incoming Lance Smith, who knew where to be and had poke it home as Galbraith goes across. Take this, the Darlington skipper. Good delivery from Galbraith, but it's well gathered by Matt Yates, who has done well this with the wind, as Matt Yates plays it up forward towards Lance Smith, but it's going to fall for Jimmy Oates, and then Jimmy Oates plays Mike Simmons in behind. Mike Simmons tries to bring it down and had 3 Darlington men around him and couldn't quite do that to really add the cherry on the cake, but no matter, as the referee calls a halt to the game, and from 2-0 down at half time, a brilliant result for the struggling Hereford side as they finally get the win they have much deserved for a few weeks now, as Hereford win at Edgar Street 4-2.